YouTube and Snapchat and Rumblers. Welcome back to another Friday and to another action-packed installment of your favorite show, the Friday Wrap-Up. Before we get today's show kicked off, I'm going to tip my hat to today's libation. You know, I was feeling a little nostalgic today. I needed something a little classic, a little refreshing, you know, because it was a nice day out. It's like about almost 60, 65, 70 degrees. Get that little, like, spring fever, that little summer vibe. And I said to myself, you know what I should go with? Something I very seldomly do, a rum cocktail. So I went with the tried and true classic, a daiquiri. Now, I know what you're expecting. Some, like, frozen, neon-colored abomination. But no, you see, I went with the classic daiquiri. Most people overlook this. You know, and it's same with margaritas. And it's been bastardized into, like, a spiked fucking slushy. Or, you know, a Slurpee with kick. The daiquiri cocktail is a very old cocktail, comes from Cuba, and it's typically made with white rum. I'm not a fan of white rum, so I went with Captain Morgan's, and it's a fairly simple cocktail to make. In a cocktail shaker, you're going to use 2 ounces of your favorite rum, whether it be spiced rum, white rum, whatever you like. 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup, and 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. That's it. There's no fucking magic to it. You shake the fuck out of it. You serve it straight up in a chilled coupe glass. You can serve it on the rocks if you like. And there you go, a little nostalgia. Salud, to drink up and be somebody. That's good. That is delightful. Delightful. That's how you start a Friday. Well, anyway, it's been a fucking week. Whew. You know, it's income tax day today. In case you didn't know, if you didn't file your taxes, kids, better fucking get it done. I did my taxes last week. Actually, no, Monday. I'm still fucking, like, I got a little PTSD from it. Every time I go see my accountant, the guy's got to take fucking Xanax, okay, because he's afraid to tell me how much I owe the fucking IRS. Thanks to Joe Biden, it wasn't a pleasant visit. Anyhow, so it's income tax day and Good Friday. I mean, that's a fucking oxymoron right there, right? I mean, who puts income tax day on Good Friday? There's nothing good about income tax day. Well, I mean, the week, aside from getting my taxes done, started out quiet, and then Tuesday hit, and everybody went fucking nuts. So before we dive into today's show, I got a little bit more bad news. Apparently, we lost another legendary comic, the great Gilbert Gottfried, one of Brooklyn's own, died Tuesday from a recurring heart condition. He was 67. He was known for his distinctive voice, and he had this scrunched up face like a permanent cum face, and he would talk like this all the time. The man looked like a cross between a Cabbage Patch doll and a mongoloid. I mean, he was the voice of Aflac until he made fun of the Japanese in 2011 after the tsunami. Apparently, they don't like to be made fun of after a big wave at the beach. People had to constantly apologize for the things that he would say. He would tell the filthiest jokes. If you ever want to hear some of the most horrible, filthiest things to ever come out of another human being's mouth, just Google the aristocrat and Gilbert Gottfried, and then drive yourself over to a doctor for therapy. He used to do these impersonations of celebrities that were terrible. All he would do is just make a sound in the cadence of their voice. Anyway, he'll be dearly, dearly missed. I haven't done that impression in fucking years. So, Gilbert, c'est la vie. Hope you're making him laugh wherever you are, my friend. The other day, holy shit. This isn't even like a fun Dunkin Donuts. I saw the biggest fruit I have ever seen in my entire fucking life. I mean, I own the gay bar. I've seen a lot of them. And most people think that, you know, I don't like the gay community, which that's not true at all. Okay, I make fun of everybody, so it doesn't matter. But this was the biggest fucking gay man I've ever seen in my life. I actually got a little fucking nervous. So I'm at Dunkin Donuts the other morning, and I'm standing there ordering my coffee, and all of a sudden the fucking sun eclipsed. What the fuck? I turn around and I see this big goon behind me. He looked like he escaped from, like, the Russian army. And he was huge. I mean, like a big, like, not the kind of guy you would think is gay. And I thought it was a little weird because he was wearing, like, these, like, tie-dye pajamas, which that's another thing. Listen, if you're gonna leave your house in the morning and go get coffee, put fucking clothes on. Nobody needs to see this. And he was wearing like Crocs. That should have been my first tip-off. Anyhow, I just see this humongous human being behind me. I get my coffee. I step to the side to grab a napkin, and all of a sudden I hear him order. He goes, rainbows came out of his mouth. He goes, I'll have a caramel latte and 2 wake-up wraps. Like, I was fucking stunned. Anyhow, it's Easter week, kids, and also Passover. So we made it to another one. And as Gilbert Gottfried would say, it was right on your friend's Thursday. Carry your own damn cross on Friday. What the hell am I still hanging around here for Saturday? And I'm not dead, you assholes. Let me out of this fucking cave Sunday. So in the spirit of Holy Week and Passover week, it reminds me of a joke. So, St. Peter goes into Jesus' room the day before the Last Supper, and he sees Jesus getting all ready. And he goes, what are you doing? I mean, they're Jewish, And Jesus goes, what does it look like I'm doing? I'm getting ready. He goes, what, for what are you getting ready? He goes, supper isn't till tomorrow. He goes, I know supper's tomorrow. I'm not getting ready for supper tomorrow. I'm getting ready for tonight. I got a date. He goes, you got a date? With who you got a date with? He goes, I got a date with Mary Magdalene. He goes, Mary Magdalene? You think you'll get lucky? And Jesus goes, are you kidding? She'll fuck anything that isn't nailed down. So get ready, kids. We got one hell of a show today. It's going to be a fucking crazy one. Okay, so your Hochul hoedown. Hochul was on Long Island on Tuesday to talk about improvements for the Long Island Expressway. And at the same time, her Lieutenant Governor, Brian Benjamin, was arrested and indicted on a bribery scam from his 2021 run as a New York City comptroller. See, this is what happens when you hire someone based solely on the color of their skin. Okay, and you don't do any proper vetting of them. You just want to make a fucking political statement. You want to pander to the left. Okay, this is what happens. Okay, every fucking Democrat is dirty. Okay, so how about, for the sake of the people, we find a lieutenant governor to replace this asshole that's actually qualified for the job, regardless of their race or their sex. Listen, I don't give a fuck if it's a woman. I don't give a fuck if they're black. I don't care if it's a black woman, white woman, purple woman, gray guy, orange guy. I don't give a shit what the fuck they are. Just find a person that's going to be suitable for the fucking job. Because let's face it, Hochul's a fucking disaster. I mean, we need somebody in the back office that could step up. I wish Cuomo took that advice. Anyhow, that is good. I mean, speaking of Hochul, this woman's a fucking shitbag. Listen to this shit. There's currently a bill on her desk from the New York State Senate called the All-Electric Buildings Act. That if she signs this fucking thing into law, starting in 2024, all new structures built in New York State will have to be all electric. Which means they can't have gas heat, they can't have oil heat, and even worse, no more gas stoves. Imagine this shit. Can you ever cook on a fucking electric stove? It's like torture, okay? It's insane. How the fuck are you gonna run a restaurant with electric stoves? You can't, okay? You know what the beautiful part about being a fucking American? You have the choice of the kind of fucking stove you can cook on. I've purposely not bought houses because they had fucking electric stoves in them. That's how much I fucking hate them. Okay? This is worse than fucking communism. Jesus fucking Christ. Just stop with all this fucking environmental nonsense. Here's what these fucking retards don't understand. Okay? You need fucking gas and fossil fuels to generate all of this fucking electricity. How you think you're going to generate electricity? Hopes and fucking dreams? So, what exactly are you accomplishing? If you increase electrical output, you got to increase the generators that produce it, right? So, it's a moot point. Plus, let us not forget that this is fucking Long Island, New York State. The grids cannot generate that much electricity. We're gonna blow up fucking the national grid. They can't handle that. We're all fucking doomed. Florida, here I come. Anyway, your Cuomo update. Got one of those for you. So it doesn't look like Nostrils will be running in the Democratic primary for New York State governor. He never filed any petitions to run. The deadline was Monday. So I'm wondering if he's holding out for a Senate or congressional run come this November. That's a possibility. Okay. On the other side of that coin, he could always mount the gubernatorial run in New York as an independent. And all that would really do is just split the Democratic vote and cause a Republican to win. So that I'm all for. Go ahead, Nostrils. You got my blessing. Azalud. On your COVID special report. Philadelphia is bringing back their indoor mask mandates. I guess there goes my Philly trip. Why? I'll tell you why. Because they're all fucking stupid. 3 people got COVID, so they're all freaking out. Okay? These nervous fucking liberal momos. The masks don't work. Okay? If you could smell a fart through them, and they're not going to stop the Wu flu germs. And I proved that last week. I told you about my Dunkin Donuts story. As a matter of fact, I saw a bit on YouTube. Anthony Rodia, not long, this week actually. He did the same fucking thing in an airport. He farted in front of a woman, and she had a mask on, and she had the shield, and she smelled it. So, you know, these great Italian minds, we all think alike. But my point being is, the fucking masks don't work. Okay, if it can't filter a fart, it's not filtering out the Wu flu germs, so there's no reason to be wearing them or to install another fucking mask mandate. It's just dumb, okay? Besides, if you're vaccinated, what the fuck are you worried about? These fucking, and these fucking morons at the CDC extended the mask mandate for air travel and public transportation. It was supposed to end on April 18th, okay? So they decided to extend it to May 3rd. Now, can someone please explain to me what the fuck 2 weeks is supposed to do? Just take the fucking masks off. What difference does it make if you end it on the 18th or the fucking 3rd? Okay, it's 2 weeks. COVID's supposed to disappear in 2 weeks? Okay? Just take the fucking masks off. Enjoy your flight. You know what? Everybody gets on the plane, and the first thing they do is they order a drink so they can pull the mask down and keep fucking drinking. Me, I'm usually drinking on a plane regardless. But, you know, still. It's dumb. And that's not misinformation, YouTube fuckers. Okay? That's the truth. If you want, come here, put a mask on. I'll put my ass in your face and blast a few. And then you tell me if the mask works. Okay. Get your tickets out, kids. We're about to hop onto that maniacal, magical express into mayhem and fuckery. The crazy train's about to leave the station. All aboard! Woo-hoo! First stop, New York. More specifically, Brooklyn. So, like I said, Tuesday, everybody went fucking crazy. So Tuesday, there was a big subway shooting. In case you haven't heard of this. All right? Some nutbag by the name of Frank James injured. He just decided to open fire on a fucking subway train at a Sunset Park, and he injured 20 people. Detonated a smoke bomb, too. I mean, the guy was... So, anyway, he shoots up the subway in Sunset Park, detonates a smoke bomb, and there was testimony from people that said they were sitting next to him when he was riding the train. He was wearing a fucking gas mask when he got on the train. And apparently this didn't faze anybody. That he's sitting there on the fucking train with a full gas mask on. And that's because we're all fucking conditioned to not even notice shit like I told you, everybody's conveniently dressed for a robbery or a mass shooting at this point, okay? Stop with the fucking masks. Matter of fact, let's make it illegal to wear a fucking mask on public transportation, because that way we can see if someone's fucking crazy or not. The news refused to say he was black in the description. Okay, I mean, take a look at this guy. How else would you fucking describe him? They're like, well, he was a dark-skinned individual. The only news outlet that had the balls to actually say he was black was Fox. I know, big surprise. Okay, the fucking media is just useless. Now, here's how they caught him, okay? When he was fleeing the scene, he left some stuff behind. Okay, he left behind like a bunch of undetonated smoke bombs, I think some gasoline firecrackers, a hatchet, a Glock, okay, and keys to a U-Haul that they found conveniently parked outside the subway station in Sunset Park. Now, here's the thing that I'm again, the questions that pop into my head. Here's the thing that I have a question about. How the fuck did this guy find a parking spot in Sunset Park in front of the subway during rush hour in the morning, big enough to accommodate a U-Haul truck even. I can't find parking in Brooklyn no matter what fucking time of day or night it is. That's impressive. I gotta say that, okay? That aside, this guy was fucking crazy. It turns out he's got videos on fucking YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, all over social media spouting racist things. He's apparently a black supremacist. I know, they say the white supremacists are the terrorists. Tell me again about white privilege. Anyhow, so he's all over social media spewing all kinds of racist rhetoric, not just against white people, against Asians, against Hispanics, anybody who's just not black. Matter of fact, he even mentioned Ketanji Brown Jackson, the new Supreme Court justice. He said, he was happy to hear that she got picked as a Supreme Court justice, and then he went fucking bananas because she married a white guy. Girl's got good taste. What do you want me to tell you? Okay, so my question is, why the fuck, and the guy's got a fucking rap sheet 1.5 miles long, by the way. He's been locked up multiple times for violent crimes, sexual misconduct, all kinds of delightful things. So you know he didn't obtain a gun license legally. His pistol, he probably obtained it illegally, just to fucking guess, But anyhow, my question is, why the fuck didn't social media flag this guy? I mean, shit, my show's been taken down off of YouTube because I questioned the results of the fucking election. I mentioned that I broke my foot taking a shit and they hit me with a medical misinformation thing. And I even got banned on fucking Twitter for like 8 months because I said, gee, I hope de Blasio gets hit by a stray bullet walking through Times Square. I didn't say I was going to shoot him. So for all of that, I got banned for misinformation and violence. Meanwhile, this fucking guy's all over social media. Nobody says nothing. How? How the fuck is he not on an FBI watch list? I don't get it. The fucking media is ridiculous. And then you got Mayor Motherfucker, okay, who wouldn't leave his home to give a press conference because he's got the fucking wolf flu. I thought he was vaccinated. What's the matter? His vaccine didn't work? And in his press conference, he's talking about gun control and keeping the fucking city safe. Now his plan for keeping the city safe so far has been putting masks on toddlers and inviting more gays to move back to New York from Florida. This son of a bitch is putting fucking billboards all over Florida inviting the gays to move back to New York. But what are you, fucking crazy? Listen, let me tell you something about gay people. They're not dumb. Okay, they might like to take a fucking nutsack to the chin every now and again, but that doesn't make them stupid, okay? That's just their fucking preference, okay, to each their own. Who the fuck is going to leave Florida? It's sunny, it's beautiful, palm trees, all these Marys are running around with their fucking junk in a fucking banana hammock. Why would they want to come back to the city? Why? So they can get assaulted? Okay, it's not even like a good assault for them. Like, if you promise them, like, a good anal thrusting by a cock the size of my fucking arm, they might be on the next plane back to fucking LaGuardia, but they don't want to get mugged and thrown down a flight of stairs. They're happy in fucking Florida. So, that's his idea of keeping New York City safe. Let's bring in more gays. I'm dumb. I'm telling you, this guy is not really impressing me. I know I said I'd give him till June before I make a final judgment, but So, as I said, Frank James fled the scene and he left behind an unregistered Glock. So now, the mayor was talking about tightening up the gun laws. How the fuck a tighter gun law is going to help when criminals can get them fucking easier than us? Listen, if you're not going to put more cops on the fucking subway, if you're not going to crack down on fucking crime, then let us arm ourselves, we'll do it. I promise you, criminals will be a little less likely to be a little criminally if they know that everybody's fucking packing. Especially if there's a couple of crackers that are packing a fucking 9. Yo, these motherfuckers gonna shoot our ass. You know what I'm saying? So, like, listen, gun laws do not pertain to criminals because they're not getting fucking permits to obtain these guns. They're buying them on the street. The guy had a Glock. It wasn't even a ghost gun. Okay? That's like, I love Biden talking about ghost guns. You know how fucking difficult it is to get a ghost gun? You can't buy them on the line like as easily as they say. You can't. Believe me, I've tried. You can't. Okay? So the guy had an unregistered Glock and he dropped it. But yeah, let's tighten up the fucking gun laws. Good job. Okay? then this stupid bastard, I think it was it Wednesday or Thursday? I think it was Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday. He goes, he gets on the fucking news. And he goes, we got him. We got him. I promise you we gonna get him. We got him. You didn't get shit. This crazy ass motherfucker and his man boobs called Crime Stoppers on himself. He called up Crime Stoppers. He goes, I was watching TV and I saw my face on a commercial. It seems like you'll be looking for me. And he told the police exactly where to fucking pick him up. Okay, at a McDonald's in the West Village. Okay? He was staying a couple of blocks away. I mean, they had a citywide manhunt for 3 fucking days. They couldn't find the only straight guy in the West Village. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're gonna keep the city safe. It's a good thing the fucking feds are prosecuting him, because if the New York DA was prosecuting him, he would have fluffed his moves and sent him home already. Son of a bitch. Oh, okay, next up, North Carolina. Let's talk about Big Fat Fabulous Wendy. You know, Whitney Way Thor from My Big Fat Fabulous Life. This fucking broad. So she posts a video on her Instagram of her working out. Like, I love this shit. You know, like she always likes to post these exercise videos. Every so often, like she's dancing, like she fat dances, like she like aggressively, like, you know, yeah, okay. You can do that for like 30 seconds. I'm in way better shape than she is. I couldn't do that for 15 seconds straight. I would need oxygen. She maybe has 4, and she's got to lie down. So anyway, she posts this fucking video of her like doing butterflies, right? Take a look.
Let's get a side angle.
Ew, it feels like a porn.
This is what's wrong with this video. So she's doing it and she's like squeezing her tits together. She's this is what happens when you're too big for the machine, but I keep doing it anyway. Yeah, you're full of shit. You're too big for the First of all, that machine is completely adjustable. Okay, like she had the back out too far. You could slide that back so that way your arms are here. Okay, you could even adjust the height. Like she wasn't even sitting right. She was sitting too high because her feet have to be flat on the floor. So if you're flat on the floor and your back is going, you could close your arms. My fucking rack is bigger than hers. If I could get in there, so could she. She's just doing this for fucking attention. Okay, stop complaining that you're being fat shamed. Your show is called Big Fat Fabulous Life. It's all about your little fat adventures. If anything, she should be going from, like, you know, bakery to bakery and trying cannolis and cheesecake or something, okay? Instead of, oh, I'm working out and I'm eating a salad. Please. The whole show is your fucking spoof. You're famous and rich because you're fucking 392 pounds. It's all right. First of all, let's say something right now. For a big girl, she's pretty good looking. She's got a pretty face. I mean, listen, some guys are into big girls, some guys aren't. I'm kind of like in between, you know. Like, I don't like them too skinny because, I mean, I'm not exactly petite myself. I'm not gentle. You know, like if a girl is too skinny, I'm afraid I'm gonna be up on manslaughter charges. Like, they got to be like compact. Like, they got to be able to take a shot. Because, you know, after a night with me, it looks like someone threw them down a flight of stairs. But, you know, but like, listen, if you're into big girls, she's got a pretty face. She's not a bad looking girl at all. Not at all. Okay? If you're into that sort of thing. Like I said, to each their own, I don't judge. Big girls need love too. I mean, if it was me, she's not really my type, but I mean, my arms would be like triple the size if I had to keep lifting that fupa. Like, she's got a lot of, I mean, that would be like the hood of an old fucking Ford truck falling on my head if I let go. So my point is, stop with the bullshit. You know, I'm working out every day and I'm dancing. If you were actually fucking doing that, you would be like a size 2. Okay? You're not. We all know that as soon as that video was off, she went and ate like a Junior's cheesecake or something, sitting in a car with a spoon and a container of milk. Okay? Just embrace being fat. That's all. That's all. Just embrace being fat. Okay? I mean, just say you like to eat pizza and fart. That's more respectable, and it's probably a lot of fun until you get hotboxed. You know? But I bet I bet she could fart blast a midget into a fucking wall. Just turn around and just boom, done. That could be fun. That's a good way to kill a Friday night. Okay, next up, Minnesota. So the LA Clippers and Minnesota Timberwolves playoff game, again, fucking Tuesday. I'm telling you, Tuesday was just like, I looked up about 8 times to see if the moon was full, and it wasn't. So I don't know what the fuck was going on. But Tuesday at the Clippers Timberwolves playoff game, in the second quarter of the game, while a free throw was happening, some stupid bitch who was protesting animal rights tried to glue herself to the fucking floor because the majority owner of the Timberwolves, which isn't A-Rod. A-Rod owns a part of it, but the majority owner is Glenn Taylor's Chicken Farms. So, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Okay? All that did was make me want a chicken sandwich. The next day I went out and got a chicken cutlet hero. Okay? They should have glued her to the fucking pole. And then each take turns throwing basketballs at her face. Okay, that would have been fucking entertaining. All right, kids. Speaking of basketball, your sports update. So, Yankees and Orioles tonight at 7:05. Phillies and Marlins tonight at 6:40. The Mets had their opening day this afternoon against the Diamondbacks, and they beat the D-backs 10-3. Ain't that fucking lovely? I gotta say this about the Mets this year. I forgot to mention it in the last couple episodes. They got a new manager, my guy, my boy Bucky Showalter. I loved Bucky when he was managing the Yankees, and if they didn't get rid of him before Torrey, I think he would have won that '96 series. But I like Bucky, so listen. I hate to say this because it would benefit the Mets, but I want to wish him well. I can't do it, Buck. Sorry, pal. NHL. Well, this is great news. The Rangers clinched the fucking playoff spot last weekend. First time in 5 years. Couldn't have been fucking happy. If I had tear ducts, I might have even shed a tear. They're going to be playing the Red Wings Saturday at 12:30. Islanders are playing the Canadiens tonight at 7. NBA playoffs are in full swing. So the Bulls clinched a playoff for the first time since 2007. I was fucking stunned. They're the number 7 seed. No, that's Brooklyn. They're the number 6. So the Nets clinched the number 6 seed. The Nets eked in right behind them Tuesday by beating the Cavs in Brooklyn, clinching the number 7 seed. Okay, so the Bulls game 1 against the Bucks starts Sunday at 6:30. Part of me wants to see the. I mean, I don't know. The Bucks are a tough team. I'm not even going to make a judgment call on this. Nets game 1 against the Celtics is also Sunday at 3:30. My prediction here is the Celtics kick the shit out of the fucking Nets. Yeah, I hate to say that too, but I don't know. This squad is meds. And by the way, the Celtics haven't won a championship, I think, since 2008, so they're a little hungry, I think. So happy Easter, kids. If Jesus died again on Saturday, he'd want to get up and watch the Nets and Bulls playoffs on Sunday. On what the fuck is that? We're going to talk about this new phenomenon that's apparently very popular out there, because toad licking. This is what's wrong with people. Okay, this is a popular pastime now. Licking toads. By the way, these are the same people who vote. Okay, I'll give you 3 guesses who they voted for. That's why you're paying so much at the pump. So the reason they lick these fucking toads is because it gives them these hallucinations. Whatever happened to just fucking dropping an acid tap or eating shrooms? Now we're licking fucking amphibians. They're picking up these toads and like, oh, fuck, mama, what the fuck? So there's side effects that come from licking a toad are hallucinations, euphoria, vomiting. Well, that I can understand. I get nauseous just thinking about it. Anxiety, muscle weakness, heart problems, seizures, and death. You know what? If you're out there licking fucking toads, you should die because you're useless and you don't contribute anything to society. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Oh, God. I think I'm going to lose 10 pounds by the end of this fucking show. All right, kids, on Right or Racist. Just in time for Easter. Pope Francis stated that nearly 1 in every 50 priests are pedophiles. Well, that's right. Look on the bright side. 49 out of 50 aren't pedophiles. Enjoy your Easter sermon. If you see an altar boy walking a little funny, that was probably one of the 49 out of 50. On your PSA. You know, this has always been like a pet peeve of mine. Candles, like these different candle scents. Like, I mean, listen, I'm all for, like, you know, you want to set the mood, you burn a few candles. Like, there's a couple that I like, they smell like the beach, or, you know, it smells like cookies, you know, something like that. But they make them in, like, every fucking scent you could possibly imagine, and some that you would never even fucking think of. They're running out of fucking ideas, okay? They're making candles for every fucking scent out there, even the ones you don't even want. Okay, next thing they're gonna make a pussy fart candle. Okay, so a friend of mine sent me a picture of this candle, a mashed potato scented candle. I'll say this again, slower, for some of you that have a little trouble keeping up. It's a candle that smells like mashed potatoes. I mean, who the fuck ever thought, you know, it'll be a good scent. Mashed potatoes. It's a good side dish. I mean, who the fuck is walking into a room and saying, "Gee, I wish it smelled like potatoes in here"? Or, you know, you bring a broad home, but it smells like warm potatoes. Let's fuck. You know, like, I mean, if you're buying candles like this, okay, if you're sitting there go, "Oh, this smells great. I love the smell of mashed potatoes," you should fucking kill yourself too, okay? Stay COVID-less, kids. No mask, don't ask. Haters can kiss my ass, and remember, who loves you, babe? Spend your Friday wrap-up. Have a happy Easter. Azalud.